welcome to Academy of Tone 323. And it's all about Fender. And of course, we have an expert here, Manuel Bastian.
Hey guys.
Yeah, he loves the Fender amps and the Fender guitars.
Yes.
Today he came without a guitar, so he had to play mine.
It's a cool guitar.
Yeah, it's my leftover parts caster. It's a BluGuitar neck, a vintage body, which you can see here. A lot of sanding was going on. It was a prototype, and bits and pieces and some.
It's almost a little bit scalloped.
It is. I had this intentionally slightly scalloped to make it feel like my old one, and yeah, we had to play it in E flat this time. A scary song by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
We were discussing if we play it like if we play bends.
You have to have a lucky day to play that song.
I think we were lucky enough to make it through, but respect to Stevie Ray Vaughan because he nailed it every time. And that's
Jesus. Do you know that one video where they woke him up for sound check? And he's like on stage in like this leopard robe.
Yeah.
And he's, like yawning, he just woke up. And then like all of a sudden, like without counting in, he goes and it's spot on.
Yeah, of course.
That guy was larger than life.
Yep.
Jesus.
Absolutely. I saw him live in Neunkirchen for the Saarländer people, Neinkerje.
Wow.
We have local dialects, which are funny. Anyway.
He died when I was 10 years old, so I didn't get to see him.
Yeah, that's the advantage of being older. But I'm not old enough. I haven't seen Jimi Hendrix. I mean, just imagine we would have seen Jimi Hendrix back in 1969 or something like this, Royal Albert Hall, and such a ceremony. I think when I do the time traveling thing and think back about, how the world was back then, Jaguar E-Types,
the sheer loudness,
Marshall Stakes, and
nowadays they would force him to play a Kemper or something like that. Silent stage.
Here
Hendrix on silent stage.
Yeah, it would not work. All the UFOs, the UFOs, noises and the feedback that he's trying to make art with wouldn't even exist, would not be invented.
Yeah, but I don't know, like when you think about it, he was a pretty experimental guy back then. And he used like state of the art, like the newest of the newest
stuff. The Wawa pedal when
then.
it came out.
So maybe he would have been like the Roland MIDI pickup guy, if he made it to the 90s.
Yeah, I'm somehow lucky that he didn't made it all the way to there because, Jimi Hendrix in his, what would he be, maybe 50s, having a plastic piece of gear stick to the guitar. And wow, that's the thing.
Yeah, and maybe he would have been like a huge motherfucker, like beer belly and...
and plays Red House all night long. Yeah. You never know. These are the options. Anyway, talking about guitars, this is a beautiful guitar that usually is in standard E tuning. I just had to tune it down, and maybe it's not perfectly in tune because the tremolo is floating. Doesn't matter. It's not mine because I cannot afford such a guitar. This is an all original 1954 Stratocaster. We're talking about the year when the Stratocaster was invented, and this is serial number very low. I'm not going into any further details because I don't want to make any trouble here. But it's it was the guitar that was tuned to E flat, and you had the other one. Okay, I'm rarely playing maple strats, but today I do. Oh, three-way switch, and the bridge is no sound. Good that we played that song. Usually we all flick the switches as we need it, and we don't think about it. And here would have been the no sound, no caster.
Kill switch.
Yeah, kill switch. Okay, Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy would have done some nice things. Anyway, before we dive into the Fender amps history and the whole thing, I have a few announcements. One is, if you want to see me live tomorrow, I play in Bernkastel-Kues, which is at the Mosel River, a very famous area for wine drinkers. Yeah, and this is the rock anarchy with a special singer, Rick de Soto, who is actually from this area, but he made also part of his career in Los Angeles, and we still have fun. Somehow, you know, life brings us together and brings us on stage, and I will probably look at a set list tomorrow morning, and the rest we will see in the afternoon or at night when I play the gig. And then another blast from the past. The other day I had a visit by another great singer who I have been making music with when I was not even having a car. I think I was 16 or 17, and we formed a band with 2 keyboard players back in the 80s. Yeah, this was the thing. And he was coming to check out what I'm doing lately, because we didn't have that much contact, and it was kind of fun. So he came to the office. I showed him the office and everything, and I showed him the MX, of course. And the funny thing is, in the afternoon, he was there in the morning. In the late afternoon, he called back and said, "I still cannot believe it. It sounds so good." It's anyway. But here's a little clip when he was there. We did a duo. I mean, usually you would never play that song with 2 people. So I have tried to play Toto by myself, and he was the singer. So enjoy that little clip. So this is happening when you get some singer coming to the office. Probably more singers to come. Maybe I have Rick eventually. And I have an idea. Maybe I use my singer friends to make an episode of the misheard lyrics. You know, with all the crazy smoke on the water and the fire engine guy lyrics. You know, something funny would be nice, because they know how to sing properly and we can take it to the next level. Yeah, would be fun. Okay. Looking at all the beautiful Fender amps that we have set up here, maybe I give you a little tour in this corner to my right. Enjoy. He's drinking the
Cheers.
original Coke with full sugar. He needs it. Okay. I just can have my mineral water with bubbles to compete. I mean, cheers. Probably the same stuff that Keith Richards is drinking these days, with bubbles, you know? More. Anyway, so let's see what is in the collection here. There's a Champ that I have in my arsenal, but actually I tried it out and it was not working. Last time I switched it on, it was working, so it needs some repair or love and time. Below that, there is my Princeton Silverface non-reverb. This was the first Fender ever amp that I bought when I was a teenager. I needed a clean amp, and this was affordable, nothing super special, but actually not that bad. Has been recorded many times in the studio. Then there is my beloved 1957 Tweed Deluxe. Totally different animal, because Tweed amps have a loose low end and do crazy things, which is something nice.
And they go to 12.
And they go to 12, yeah.
One louder.
Today we have a guest sitting on the other side of the camera. He's not to be seen, but he brought us a concert, a Brownface, Brownface amp from 1962, and concert with that harmonic vibrato, tremolo. So is it vibrato? Is it tremolo? In that case, it's a tremolo, it's similar to my Vox, that has this kind of it's not a volume swell kind of thing. It's a very unique thing. We will listen to that later on. Then thanks for
sitting in the
my
way.
friend who gave me that beautiful guitar. That is his Fender Princeton Reverb, a 1964 all original. So then on this side is my always sitting here in the studio Super Reverb chassis flipped over. And then underneath that, well, in the office, maybe you could see in the video just a few minutes ago, there's the rest of the amp, the 410 speaker cabinet. And here we have my 64 Bassman. Then we have the Americana Cab. We will talk a little bit more about this later. That's the first open back cabinet by BluGuitar. This is the older prototype. I have a next generation too, but 100 watts open back. It's the oval kind of opening that gives you a little bit more low mids, something that I like, especially when you have lead tones. That is for me, and it's a perfect balance with the AMP1. And then we have Manuel's Bandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
What year is it?
It's 1973 actually,
Okay.
which is weird because it has the black lines on the faceplate,
Mm-hmm.
which would indicate 68 or 69.
Mm-hmm.
but I opened it up and it has like stamped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Date.
Stamped date inside, 1973.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fender used all the parts they had lying around.
Yeah, and it's a great amp, as we could hear at the beginning. So, and then underneath that is my twin reverb, which actually goes into this housing, which is behind both amps. But I separated my electronics from the cabinets because I used to have my cabinets in my ISO cab mic'd up in the old days. And so I always have the electronics in the studio and the cabinets in the other room. And therefore it ended up being in this enclosure with very tasteless PC, whatever, plastic covering, wood, trying to look like wood. Yeah, and this is again modified, a special amp. But today we would love to talk a bit more about the history of the Fender amps, where the whole thing started and what is at stake with like the different generations in Fender amps. Of course, over the years there are so many. I mean, they still make amps. These days they are digital, but we're talking about the vintage ones. So I think they wrote history. If you have a, what's it called, the digital one? Is it the Tone Master series? They are practically...
Even Bonamassa plays them now.
Well... well... period. By the way, the other day I had a comment from Joe Bonamassa under my post, which was kind of nice. He was thanking me for my post. Nice. So, but about those Tone Master amps, we have to talk, eh? Okay.
I haven't played one, to be fair.
Actually, I have played. Was it? It wasn't a twin.
What was the first one? A deluxe?
I think I
deluxe
played,
reverb.
Yeah, and it's doing kind of the trick, but it's not. I miss the magic. For me, the tube amps. That's why I have all those. They have some magic, period, and that's the thing. The other day I saw a very good video about somebody explaining why the modeling devices don't make you feel like a tube amp with a proper cabinet. And he was assuming, let's say they sound the same going direct, just assume it would be like that. I disagree, but let's say it's like that. He was explaining why so much in tone changes when you play a real guitar speaker, also with the guitar, the interaction, because he said, you know, when you kind of take away the direct signal from your ears, I mean, you can simply block your ears, you still hear a lot frequencies through your body, and all that stuff is happening, and all that stuff is doing something for you, to you. And that same thing happens with the guitar. Then he was having a guitar and a speaker cabinet, and then he showed how easy it is to have feedback and how alive and how different he would play. And I found the video because he was playing an AMP1. But this was just on top. But it was very nice. Sorry, I forgot the name. If somebody knows, put it in the comments. I found this quite interesting video and a nice angle, because he was not, well, he demonstrated what is happening, and you could simply follow that. I got inspired and maybe do something similar in the future.
For me, it's the smell.
Hey, there's nothing wrong about
the Fender Smell.
The Fender Smell is
doesn't it smell sweet in here?
It's super. I totally agree. Fender, but I let me tell you what the worst smell is. Wax. At least mine smells like cat piss. Maybe a cat was living in mine for years. I don't know.
No, mine doesn't. Mine smells like a toaster, maybe, because it gets
It's so hot.
So hot.
Yeah. Fender has always had the best smell. I think it's the glue.
Is it the glue or the toe legs?
Yeah. I think it's the glue under the toe legs, but I'm not sure.
But it's like that really sweet. Like I actually Googled it, and they had like threads after threads after threads. What's the Fender smell? And they should make a cologne out of it and stuff like that. Yeah, like guys freaking out about the Fender smell. But it's real. I'm like, when I got that amp, I have that amp like for, I don't know, like five or 6 weeks now.
Yeah, and here.
Whenever I came into my room, there was that smell.
Yeah. So this is the name for the cologne. Love me, Fender. Love me, do. Well, but we have different opinions about Fender these days because Fender became off Fender. But we will see where justice will put them. Let's go back to the beautiful amps. Maybe we start with something very old. I start with my Tweed Deluxe. I was playing the AMP1 in the intro song. Just as a reference, so that's all. That sound, and the tube screamer was not on only for the solo. That extra mid honk. So let's fire it up. Here we go. Bam. The red jewel is starting to cook. So tube amps always need a little time to get awake.
Can you get the in-between position?
I also like the middle pickup. Unfortunately, the bridge is not making any sound. Don't touch it. Too expensive. So. What I love about this amp is I think it's dirty, but it has both. It's beautiful, you know.
It remains that sparkle on top.
Yeah, and I have a question here. I'm using the blue box at the moment with the silver 112. which is actually the speaker of this Princeton, exactly this one. So this is. That would be the correct speaker for this amp, because that speaker is the Tweed speaker, which comes from this amp. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but they are. Listen, they're all great. I mean, they have a. So the Tweed is a little nastier, which I'm talking about a speaker now, but. So, and then.
Am I crazy when I say it reminds me of an AC30 a little bit?
No, there is the sagging. And
Compression-wise?
So, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There is, and that's the sponginess, the sagging, which comes from the rectifier tubes. You know, in the early years, they used the rectifier tubes, and they have a lot of sagging, and I love it. Some people don't like it, but this is what happens through the years, that they got like higher and higher output, more watts and more headroom. You can dial in the amp also a little cleaner, and but it's all, you know, it doesn't have that much headroom, so it tends to saturate, which I love about that amp, because my Princeton doesn't do anything like that. It's just
That's the amp like the guys back then would have wanted.
yeah,
Because yeah, like Leo was building those amps for the country guys.
yeah,
Who were playing like huge dance halls and were trying to
get clean
to
headroom.
play
Yeah.
clean,
Yeah.
loud, clean guitars. Yeah.
But by coincidence, he invented the rock and roll sound, you know, because it wasn't that good for country, so it was dirty, and that. To me, it's an animal. I love it.
Does it do the Neil Young thing though?
Sure. I mean, just crank it, whatever, you know.
I haven't played a Tweed in a very long time, and That's like the best cleanup you can imagine. For me, in my book, this is retain all the sparkle.
Do
treble
have
bleed.
treble
Okay.
bleed in this guitar, but this one has none. This is all original.
Yeah, you don't like. You wouldn't even need a boost for
Nothing.
a kick. You know?
I mean, this is the thing about this machine. It's all complete, and even see all original pickups, nothing. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay, sorry. No bridge pickup. Okay, but fascinating amp.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that this is part of my collection.
It's like, for me, it's the one who got away. Like I was about to buy a 1960 Tweed Tremolux.
Okay.
With a big cabinet. Yeah, but we were going back and forth, and like the guy was, maybe I shouldn't sell it, you know, maybe I shouldn't sell it. And after like the 12th time, maybe I shouldn't sell it, I got fed up. But yeah. So if anyone's selling...
Something is wrong with the microphone?
Off.
Off? Switch off. Wait a minute, we fix you. No, it's on.
Test.
Yeah, what more? Lucas has a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Sorry, guys. This is a live stream. Live means we are really live.
It switched to channel 3 instead of 2, but it's okay now.
Okay, it's okay. Good. So we have a candidate that I have never had any hands on. It's a Fender Concert. I will simply switch it on. At some point I will use a different guitar because I want mine. Yeah, okay, it's still alive. So this is standard setting. Vintage pots. It's like when you have a vintage amp, it's like playing ice hockey, and the puck, you have to scrape around the puck a little bit, and then you can get the sound. Okay, we have to be fair. We don't have. We just listen to the electronics here, and Fender amps depend a lot on their speakers. Yeah. So they are designed to go with these specific speakers. Are these 10s or 12s?
10s.
10s. Okay. So. that would be the cabinet of my Super Reverb. But I have this attendant. Way more polite, not dirty and crazy like this gentleman. So this is like a
mid forward, yeah. But the bass is completely off.
Yeah, okay, maybe I can tweak the settings a little bit for. A touch of bass is okay, but it's the typical Fender effect, the bass on switch, which happens usually at 2.5. So it's like no bass and then all the bass, and in between the. And then nothing else happens. Yeah, with a bit more treble in this setup. We have to be fair.
It sits right in between those two.
Yeah, and it's obvious. You can hear the still there is a rectifier tube in there, but it's way cleaner and way more controlled. This thing here is the weirdest amp ever, and that's why there are no good models about this. When we worked on Amp X, we had to come up with an invention to get that crazy.
Too much coincidence in the
circuitry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one note clips in this stage, another note clips in the next stage, and that all depends on where the voltage is. It's a chaos box. In a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a chaos, this is way more controlled, and it's nice. I get my 61.
What happens when you push it though?
Yeah, wait. I get my 61, and I know what I do. Oops. Speaker, no guitar cable. So. Now we are back in standard tuning, which will be funny when we play something together. Different animal.
A lot more gain.
Yeah.
More output.
Different guitar, different settings. For me, this amp shines when it's on the edge of breakup. There is something in the overdrive which this has a combination of sagging and the whole thing. This is more like a we can simply compare it Bam. The Princeton. Do we have... Ah.
Oh, that's the...
This goes here. Sorry, okay, I'm confused. So.
Princeton reverb is different.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of amp than most other Blackface stuff. That's like the sound I would associate with like any other Fender on 6,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
And then like this one on 6.
Yeah.
Play a little bit.
It's already...
But it gets raunchy.
Yeah.
You know, it's rah rah rah. It's not as sweet as
the other one.
as the
Yeah.
overdrive
Yeah.
on.
And
Yeah.
let me go back to the Tweed. Tweed Stones.
Mm.
Okay, compared to the... Nice amp.
It's more of that Tweed stuff when you push this one.
Yeah.
Than any other Blackface, I think.
That's.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's that raunchiness of the distortion that's different.
They're all great. You know, there's so many different shades and so many different colors. Here we have that typical Fender tremolo.
It's great that we have a Princeton because now we have like all 3 types of tremolo, actually.
Yeah, let's go back to
the Princeton is biased tremolo, right?
The Princeton is a... Yeah, it's biased tremolo, yeah.
Biased trem, those are optical trems, and that's the harmonic trem.
Yeah.
Wow. Right.
By the way, in my AC30 is the same type of tremolo, and I modded, or Manfred Reckmeyer actually did it, modded the tremolo to be slower. The oh whoa oh whoa 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 goes oh whoa whoa goes even slower.
But it's like, yeah, the AC30 is different though.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not.
No, it's not that thing.
It's not as. It almost sounds like a phaser or like a
Yeah,
univibe.
yeah. Because it is more like a phaser than anything volume. Something is alive in this machine. Yeah, cool. So, 3 amps, 3 amps. And, well, I have my super reverb. Okay, let's fire it up because it's here. The super, okay. I will exchange the Princeton for the super because I need more cables, you know. We have no extra lines. So Princeton goes on bypass or off. It has only one switch. So then cable salad, Fable's cable salad goes into what did I say? It's right next to the switches, correct? Yes. So blind. Yes. When a blind man cries. So, and here is the guitar cable. So here we go. Yeah, let's see. No strap, have you? Hey guys, look at this. I lost my strap pin. It's here in the pocket. So what I have done is, in Deutsch, I put a Holzdübel in here. A piece of wood with wood glue. Yeah, and now I have to drill a hole, a tiny little hole, and then I put back in my strap pin. Anyway, this was not a good choice, but anyway. Ow! I'm not sure in which amp we are. Ah, okay, we are in this one. Yeah, we are here. Hello. And here's the reverb tank. Use the Fender bass switch. Wow, that's quite some level.
Input.
The scent is not working. Could be on the other side as well. Fucking hell! I don't want to. Ah, okay. I see. Maybe from this side. So, what about reverb now? Ah. Aha! Very cool.
It's a lot of gain for a super reverb.
Yeah. Which way? It's opposite. Wait. I want dial down. Okay. And something is alive. I can hear some. Yeah. You have a E. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Matching cabinet. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, combine that with a with a 1x15.
Yeah.
And Leslie 16, and you're there for the Elmo combo
Sound.
Yeah.
For me, the Super Reverb was one of the essentials in my collection. Besides this one, I'm still a fan of this amp. Somehow, everything is at a place where I want to hear it in a way. It's a
I want you to play my amp because
of course, that's
like my main clean amp at home is a 1970 Fender Bandmaster Reverb, which has a Super Reverb output transformer in it, which basically makes it a Super Reverb.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's been
The
black-faced.
rest,
It's
pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah. And like the first vintage amp I got was a Blackface Bandmaster. Non-reverb, the piggyback with the 2x12. And that amp was like magical for me because it had the compression in the right spot. And
did you sell it, or what was the problem?
I did sell it. But you know, like back then I thought, now I have, like, I already had a Bandmaster Reverb, and I thought, this has reverb, this doesn't. And but as soon as I had sold it, I was missing something. And like for my taste, the Fenders without reverb are just this tiny little bit cleaner. And the bass doesn't get too woolly. And it's like when I heard the super reverb right now, that's it's the gain structure is just a little bit different. I don't know why. Maybe it's the reverb driver, which adds more, a little bit more power. But those are just a little bit cleaner. And like, as you can see, I run this on 8, which is pretty high.
Yeah. Let's compare, but we should have the same speaker cabinet. What cabinet are you choosing?
That's the silver 1x12.
Silver 1x12. Okay,
Yeah.
then I go to the same here and mic position, same middle. Ah, no, you dial it back a little bit, okay? Because, you know, now we can, you play my super reverb, which is like now.
Which would be almost too much gain for my
Yeah, well,
taste.
we can dial it back, but yeah, now
That's my
you,
cable.
yeah, exactly. Oops. And I see the
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just like
round.
it has the silver,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have the.
Yeah.
It's like it feels distorted, but it sounds cleaner.
Yeah, it's more together. Maybe we can switch.
For me, that's the perfect compression.
Absolutely. Okay, I try to get close with the super reverb, knowing that we can't, but it's like wrong M. Let's try this here, because if now, sorry, you cable? Ah, you have a wireless. We are still way too gainy. Interesting.
But it's, for me, it's the output transformer.
Yeah.
Which is like this big in the super reverb.
Yeah.
and it's like
this
this
little
tiny in the Bandmaster.
Bandmaster. And that
And that's
compresses
the-
it into a nice extent. Exactly. Great amp. We love it.
Listen to the tremolo.
Well,
Like I prefer the non-reverb Bandmaster, like when it comes to sound,
yeah.
just the sound alone.
I have one more amp that I want to just listen to, knowing that it's not the most exciting amp, but there's my Bassman. Let's fire that up as well. So bye-bye. Beep. Beep. So, and here.
When I bought that Blackface Bandmaster,
Yeah.
I had, like the guy who was selling it, he had a Bandmaster and a Bassman.
Okay.
And I was playing both.
Both, and you
And
decided for the
I
band.
chose the Bandmaster because it was, it had that compression thing, and the Bassman is a lot bolder and it's a faster amp.
Okay, this is slightly modded from what I do remember, but I haven't heard the amps, so now is the time. We always have to do this in front of a camera because. Oh, wait a minute. There's this cable I need. That's the cable I need. Is this? Yeah, this is the one. It's okay-ish, nothing super special. What's your opinion? The Bandmaster will.
Similar compression-wise. Surprises me. What's the mod? What's the mod on it?
Oh fuck! I forgot about. It's something.
Because should the bass channel sound like that?
No.
No.
And that
Okay.
and that because the bass channel usually sounds like bass only and has no height at all. So this is that's part of the mod. I just have to let's go for it.
Because now it's a different story. Because that's what I remember.
Yeah.
And what I
No.
didn't like as much as the Bandmaster.
This is like.
It's that smidge too much again.
Yeah. So, and therefore, let's try this alone.
That alone is great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the channel.
It sings in
It
a
sings
in a similar way. Yeah.
But this one is a bit more elegant. It doesn't have that much dirt. It always is more pleasant, and that's the beauty of this amp to me. So
But this one has like that, just that touch more gain you wish this one had.
yeah,
You know? It's.
I have ideas here. Yeah. I can see, but I'm not talking about it. But anyway, I have ideas. Okay, guys. So, wait a minute. We go back for maybe your amp, and we could what we could do is just once or we can stay with the Bassman or whatever. And any of the Fender amps, and I try to mimic something with the AMP1 just to see if we have any chance. So so I get the Tube Screamer out. It was off all the day, all the time. So it just, you know, there is no extras. So we are now connected. Okay, that's the Bassman. Play something soft, just. Okay, not exactly, but again.
Close enough.
So I could warm it up a little bit because this is all the way up. So clean channel, a little bit cranked for the guys who want to have the same at home. What is it? Volume at 7.5. The tone I put in the middle. It was all the, and then the rest is bass on 10. That's something important because the AMP1 bass is a little bit tamed because I was thinking a closed back cabinet. So, and that's why we need more bass to be authentic with these. Okay, the middle is at 7 and the treble is at 3. So, bam. And that's kind of an interesting thing. For me, this is a workhorse. Everybody knows I'm the Marshall guy. So on the Marshall domain, I take any challenge. On the Fender domain, I know that I have done things my way, which work, but are not exactly like this. So that's some room for AMP-X. And this is why we make this episode here, because then I know which amps do what, and learning by comparing. That's the trick here tonight. Yeah, but anyway, so we can live with this as well if needed.
I think it's great, like when you combine it with a one control and really crank the master. Yeah,
and
that's the key
for this kind of sound.
Yeah.
Why? Because as we learned with the transformer, the Fender sound is a lot in the power amp stage, the sagging. What is it? It's the Fender amps are scaled on power, so that is yeah. And then again, another factor which we have not even touched yet is different cabinets. And that's a whole different story. We have been switching through the cabinets, and what I could at least tell is that the Fender sounds with the different cabinets in the blue box come alive in different combinations, and it makes sense. Sometimes I'm living too much in my 4x12 world, never going on the other side. But
even with the 4x12s, the Fender sounds great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what like a lot of people put a Celestian in their deluxe reverb.
Cool. So you brought us a lot of weird shit. So okay, you go back for your setup now.
That's what you do if you play a Fender. Like I have a Fender Champ from '68 at home, which is a fantastic amp, but it doesn't have any reverb, and it doesn't have any tremolo. So what I wanted to bring initially was the Surfy Bear Compact Deluxe, which is about this big, and it has like a small spring in it, a small spring tank, and it has the tremolo built in.
Right.
So it's like those two, but combined in a smaller housing.
Right.
And you can even connect a spring tank in the back. And
an external spring tank.
An external
like I did
spring
here
tank.
In my
Like you could connect it in the back, and then you have like a foot switch to go between mix 1 and mix 2. So you can, even for the internal spring, you can have 2 mix settings.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like one Surf
Crank,
City, and one for like
a little bit
more decent blue stuff. Beyond the or right next to the mix knobs, there's a little switch which you can choose internal or external spring. So yeah, that's like a great package, and they're not expensive. And like Surfy Bear, I can remember when they only made kits. They offered reverb kits, and a lot of people built them into a toolbox. So that was their game. They were offering the exact same circuit than the Fender tank, but with FET
Right. Okay.
transformers.
I remember. Didn't the small came out first, the black one, or is it at least black?
They have like their main thing is like the wooden one,
yeah.
but just as the original Fender tank, it doesn't have true bypass. It steals a lot of signal, you know.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
it's
very
down to the original.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah, this one has true
usable.
bypass.
Yeah, okay, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and so it does have the drip.
The dripping, yeah. But killer. I mean, this sounds so authentic, spring good. The hum, is it always there? Or
No,
is
it's the
maybe power supply.
it's your power supply.
Yeah, okay. You know, we didn't have much time, but
I have to say they are picky with power supplies. So you best use the one they
supply with the unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're the cleanest. Of course, you know, like it's a proper spring tank. And I don't know if you have ever mounted a spring tank
the other way around.
The other way around.
Then you have a lot more.
You have
feedback.
tons of hum and stuff because the input sits next to the power transformer. So same thing here, really. You have to be careful what you place next to it on top of. But you know, the Surfy Trem. I mean, this amp has a tremolo, which sounds really good, but for the Champ, you know. That's a Blackface tremolo. And then you can flip it to
you know what? We can compare.
Brownface. Yeah, let's compare it.
Let's compare.
No, but not with the Princeton though.
No,
because it's like that. That's supposed to be an optical tremolo. So we can compare it to the actual. Would you do me the honors and turn down the intensity?
Yeah. It's very close.
Close enough.
Yeah. So that's nice.
So that's the Blackface.
Yeah.
Switch it to the Brownface. And it goes slow. to the actual thing.
Yeah, wait a minute. It's this standby, and it is.
I think this one goes a little deeper.
That's the speed. Give it a bit more bass.
It's more phasery
Yeah,
than the actual thing.
yeah. That's a unique kind of thing.
Like two pedals or
In one
pedal.
It's a great
if you
pedal.
get the
Absolutely.
deluxe version, it's. I mean, I would buy that thing
Anytime.
Yeah, and you know, like if you can, I think it's even a little smaller than an AMP1.
I mean
the deluxe, the Surfy Bear compact deluxe.
Like that, I had that.
And if you put that on your board, you have like killer tremolo. Like you can get away, like you know, it's slow enough. You can get away with. You can go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that a lot of people don't want to play a Fender amp that don't have like reverb and tremolo, but you know, like
with these pedals,
with these pedals,
you get there.
Yeah.
And you get there very authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, the spring is a real spring. I know how hard it is to make a model of a spring in the digital domain. And yeah, there's nothing like it, basically. Oops. Yeah, we can see.
That's the actual springs.
And it is it's 3 springs inside, right? It's a big Accotronics 3 spring.
2.
Only 2?
Yeah.
Okay, then I know a mod. If you have...
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah,
like, they actually built
yeah.
this pen, like there's a different tank in it than when I bought it.
Ah, okay.
They, like, every now and then they go, now we have it down, even less decay.
Yeah.
You can turn the mix up higher with
Yeah.
less decay. It doesn't ring out that long. And yeah, apparently that's what the surf guys want.
Yeah.
And the old tanks were called Gibbs. They were in Hammond organs and
okay,
in
yeah,
the like in the early Fender spring tanks. I think Gibbs, Gibb.
Yeah. Later they had the
tanks.
Accotronics. And Accotronics makes, I know they make 2 springs, they make small ones, long ones. I'm a fan of the 3-string Accotronics, like this one over there, which belongs in my Super Reverb. But hey, I have to revisit the whole thing over the years. Something I like that sound.
You can get so much variance with 12 alone. It's how hard you hit the spring. Then with tone. And the mix, of course.
Help me,
Yeah.
I'm getting washed away.
But you know, even if you go for a little, I mean, minus the hum from the power supply, but yeah, but it's all there, you know.
Yeah, the sound is killer. Yeah, love it. Okay, do we have any questions in the chat? We can read here or there. Wait a minute. So good. Okay, that sounds. Okay, AMP1 sound of Fender style sounds also good. Too much reverb always sounds to me like there's a jumping frogs in the background. Okay.
That would be the trip, I think.
Yeah.
Jumping
But
frogs.
why not?
Yeah,
It's cool.
great.
Okay. With 10% of your band's income, what's going on here? Thanks to solve my knowledge gap, of Ted Fender's model.
Ted. Is that Uncle Ted? Yeah, Ted Nugent.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Super Twins, like were they like 70 watts or 130 watts, something like that?
High power twin. I have no. I had a Tweed twin, a 57 Tweed twin reissue. But it was also a great amp, but I decided I let that one go. I don't know why. Too many amps, too big. I know now why. Because, you know, combo amps always need space. And I mean, such a Princeton Reverb you can put somewhere in the corner that's not too big, but, you know, a twin is a twin. Fucking hell. It's that's why I had to sell it.
And they only sound good with Eric Johnson.
Yeah, Eric Johnson knows how to make them sound right. Okay. Oh, some Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, well, this was probably when we played. My Marshall sometimes make this weird howling noise as well. 19 reissue, 50 non-master, putting it. I don't know. Putting it off the back on mostly solves it. Do you understand?
Yeah, when you switch it off and switch it back on.
Ah, okay. Well, that is a ground loop issue. I mean, that's also the problem with the power supply. What happens with the power supply is you create either the filtering is not strong enough, or the L caps are not big enough to get rid of the 50 here we have 50 cycle hum, and that's why it sounds so bad when we play in E flat, because hum is in G. We should have played regular tuning, and then everything would have sounded better. But anyway, that leaves this has room.
But G is the third, the major third. It should sound beautiful.
Yeah, but the whole blues was kind of in G, and the hum was a G flat, and the hum was a G. You know, that was the problem. So a little dissonance. Anyway, yeah, okay, 50 watt plexi. Those old amps, you have noticed my Super Reverb has also somebody living in there in some tube making noise. Hello, I'm still alive. Those amps need maintenance once in a while. You know, you have to switch them on, see how they do, and then start to clean, you know, all the tube sockets and things, and then maybe look for whatever solder joints and
sometimes
bad connections, corrosion on potentiometers, and the whole 9 yards.
Like sometimes when I switch my Fender on, it sounds like it's dying or exploding every second. And then you, if you're brave enough and just keep playing it and ignore it, like after 5 minutes, it's like nothing happened. You know?
Yeah, there's, you know, it's a good day, bad day.
I was actually playing it was a 1974 Marshall 1986, so the 50 watt bass spec.
Right.
And I was playing a tour where I was playing bass through that amp, through a 4x12. And every sound check, when you turn that thing on, it went like...
And you thought you will not be able to do any gig. Yeah.
And the guy was sweating like crazy. He was like, what if it happens tonight?
Yeah.
Did it happen like the last 20 nights? No. So why would it be tonight? You know, why would tonight be the night this thing breaks down? Yeah. And at the end of the tour, it was gone. It was totally gone.
Yeah. So well, the more you play the amps, the better the connections get because of usage and vibration. Because the corrosion is the main thing. You know, every contact on a tube socket, every contact on a potentiometer, every contact on a switch, every contact on a socket, any socket. So by nature, then of course old components sometimes lose internally things change values and stuff by heating up. Sometimes they repair themselves, like in your case. It all can happen, but it can also go the other way around. Therefore, old gear needs maintenance. It is built to last, yes, but still you have to take care of it to have it reliable. That's the thing. Cool. When they die, the voltage may get through direct and definitely will kill the circuit with 100 watts. This is why you have chosen your wireless system today.
Yeah,
Because
because
he was afraid of plugging in a cable straight in his Bandmaster.
like I was in the intensive care unit like 4 times because I got shocked on stage actually. So yeah, I'm really
sensitive.
yeah,
and careful.
neurotic almost when it comes to old amps that none of my techs have serviced or like looked in once.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's that little crown switch in the back of a Fender amp, and it shouldn't be in there to begin with.
Yeah.
In that years, and it's like an export amp.
Okay, yeah.
So I think Fender back then didn't really know like what the voltage situation in Europe is like. And yeah, sometimes they use those crown switches as a bridge just for the wire, you know, they use it as a terminal, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like the switch is connected somehow, but nothing in the middle. So I guess it's just that like they used it as a terminal or something. But as soon as
don't touch it.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okie doke. I have a little other topic I want to mention is the Americana Cab. This is a cabinet that is liftable in the way that it's a practical thing. When I do something with BluGuitar, it needs to be something that you can't get anywhere else. Otherwise, you know me, it's like boring, and there would be too much competition. This looks like everybody could copy that cabinet, but this is 7 years. I've been with a prototype of this in Nashville already 7 years ago, and I had people playing it there, and I was watching what they, told me and how they reacted, and then I worked on it, and then I was thinking about speakers, and I had regular speakers, ceramic magnets, and then I thought, man, these days people are getting older, and especially Fender players are getting older. They need something lightweight, and I actually had the picture of Paula Jo Taylor, who is that country lady from Nashville that became the viral granny because I filmed her, and the whole story is a thing by itself. But anyway, and I was thinking about her, like how can she go to a gig and has a cabinet that fills the room and is kind of, granny style. Yeah. So that was the idea, and then over time I came up with I hate this speaker, I love this speaker, I tried, and then I went for the Neo speakers to save and then it took 7 years and 7 speaker versions to get there, because one of the speakers that I liked was a Celestion G1265, also used in some Dumbles. If you don't go for the EV thing, I know why people like it because it's so stable and steady, but I wanted to have something not so stiff. I understand every sound is great and everybody has a slightly
not so heavy.
Yeah, and of course not so heavy. Yeah, because and so this speaker I found was a good compromise, and again I wanted to have that cabinet also to match with the AMP1 as it is. And finally, I don't know how, at the beginning of this year, I got everything together and I thought, man, I think I'm there, you know? And every time before it was like, this was not good or this was not good. And I experimented with everything, super light wood. I have 10 different housings and baffle thicknesses and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this thing is here now. And we will show it at the Guitar Summit. We will show it at NAMM next year, but we have it in production. This is a pre-production one that is not perfectly painted, but it's pretty okay. And I recorded today a little video in the company where I played that in the room. Yeah, it was again recorded with my phone, and yeah, it's not 100% perfect audio mix, but I thought when we talk about open back Fender amps, because there's not that many closed back Fender amps, and the Fender amp sound is living in this kind of world. I thought that's a good place to mention that I am doing something lightweight, headroom enough, and also still balanced at low volume. That's you know how it is. We play gigs. Sometimes you need the headroom, and the next time you get yelled at and they ask you to, you know,
Yeah, you yell right back.
yeah. So and for this kind of our modern reality, I try to make this happening. And I love all the vintage gear, nothing wrong. And the vintage gear, this is why I own all that shit. It's because it's magic. It's simply magic. And it inspires so much. And therefore, I'm not getting tired of any of this thing. And by the way, when we're talking Fender, that is a classic combination, because a lot of Fender amp have scooped mids, and this brings back the mids. And that's why Stevie Ray Vaughan was even using two in a series
And
occasionally.
it's more, if you really listen to it, it's more like an EQ thing.
Yeah.
Because
no overdrive.
when you turn it off,
Yeah.
you have like all the class,
Yeah.
you know, the the steel.
Yeah. Twang,
And then
twang,
when
twang.
you turn this on,
Yeah.
it becomes thick, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that much more overdriven.
No. And I'm not using the overdrive. I'm using the frequency curve, so to speak, and the output as a gain compensation and push it a little bit.
And I think like people talk about Stevie Ray, and I think he might have used two tube screamers,
Yeah.
cascading in one into another. But what I read recently is that
It was
a fuzz phase that Cesar Diaz built him into a
okay.
tube screamer.
More rumors,
housing.
speculations. Well, let's give us room to experiment. I have a fuzz face for the next episode, and
I could have brought. I have the Diaz. I have the treble booster. The what's it called? Jesus.
I know what you mean.
Texas Ranger.
Texas Ranger.
The Texas
yeah.
Ranger, and the fuzz is called Squareface. I have that one as well.
Yeah.
I could have brought it because that sounds. Fuzz into a Fender doesn't necessarily sound pretty, but this one works somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds great.
So these are some of our thoughts. Thomas, the tube screamer is too crunchy for a Fender amp. Use the Ibanez Super Metal pedal from the 80s, and you can play from crunch to high gain with that. Hey, Fender amps are famous to be pedal platforms as well, so they take pedals pretty well. There's
the amp, sure, but it's like a lot of the time comes down to the speaker. If the speaker is too high and trebly, it's like
that's for me the biggest problem for me with Fender amps is I'm a Marshall overdrive guy, and if I don't have that solid low mids happening, I feel like I play a fiddle. My guitar has no balls. So I totally get that blues thing and that combo open back magic. Again, two sides. Open back means there is sound moving forward and also backwards. If you have a situation where there is nothing behind you, all the sound is gone. I had that too. And then a closed back cabinet saves your ass. That's why I still love my Fat Cap, being a rocker, closed back kind of guy. But I know if you have the right room and you put an open back cabinet in a nice bluesy club, and you find the sweet spot, you can have magic because the sound comes from every angle. And that's an experience. And by the way, not an experience you can get with your in-ear system. Anyway.
The first gig I played with my Super Reverb,
yeah,
it was in this little, what do you call it? Eine kleine Kneipe.
Oh, well,
like this little joint.
Joint, yeah,
with
bar. Let's call it bar.
Tiles on the floor.
Yeah.
And it, like, that Super Reverb was taking heads off in there. It was so harsh and so loud in there. It was, people weren't happy.
Yeah. So be aware of that. For me, that's why I tried to make the Americana Cab something, I think, not too extreme. I tried to compromise, but I tried to keep the character that I associated with that, what the open back world needs and loves. Being aware of, if you go to extremes, you can have more wins, but you also have losses. And for me, the factor that it should work as it is one of the factors that I try to apply to the product. And hey, that's just my contribution. So we have that little video. I want to thank you for taking the ride again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, always a big pleasure. And we eventually come up with new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If do you have a gig like you play all the time? Where are you tomorrow? No, Saturday probably.
Friday.
Yeah.
I'm in Pirmasens with Jan-Luca Ernst.
Okay.
Great songwriter.
Pirmasens.
And on Saturday I'm in Busenberg.
Tittihausen.
Tittehil. Yeah, and we're gonna play there with Joni's Revenge, which is a relatively new band, which is named after my cat, Joni.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
She's an angry cat, like she bites you and stuff. And so, that band's called Joni Revenge. Joni's Revenge. And we have like a real Hammond with a Leslie on stage, which is rare nowadays. But,
so, again, another experience.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, I think music and musical instruments are an experience. And if you have never experienced the Hammond B3 or, a Leslie sound Hammond, go to such a concert and go next to the thing.
It's the best thing. the best thing. It's better than guitar for me.
I know.
Like I should have, like I had already, like my dad, he had an Elka organ.
Yeah.
And a Hohner Leslie.
Yeah, the
and
German version.
I was staring at the Leslie when I was
a kid,
you know, like I was mesmerized by the thing.
Yeah.
Had he had like a real Hammond and a Leslie, I think I would have been an organ player. But it's like, now it's too late. Now I'm I wish I could play organ as good as I play the guitar. Then I would be because that's the, like, for a guitar player, I have two Hammonds at home. I have an M100 with a 145 Leslie, and I have an A100 with a 122 Leslie.
Yeah,
because and I play C major stuff on it.
doesn't matter. But it's the sound. The sound flies.
Yeah.
Didn't we do an episode about this in the past, or at least we had some clips?
The Leslies,
Yeah, no, we had an episode.
I have seven Leslies at my house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. The cat has 7 lives, and you have 7 Leslies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining in, and now watch the clip from The Office. Where I show you a little bit the Americana Cab. And by the way, I switched to a Nano Cab and a Fat Cab briefly. The sound is a bit roomy, not so well, but maybe you get the picture what's going on. There's something about that. Okay, cheers. And next week there might be something again with Fender, because Sir Maestro Leo Fender birthday is coming up. Okie doke. Stay tuned. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, this is the new Americana Cab. This is an open back cabinet, and the project started already like 7 years ago. It's a real tweed with nitrocellulose black lacquer covered. So it is in the tradition of the good old 50s Fenders, but it combines the whole thing with some more modern features. We're using a neodymium magnet driven speaker. This is one of the examples. And as you can see, ultra lightweight, 100 watts. So it has a lot of headroom, but it also sounds sweet. Of course, it is inspired by speakers, classics like Celestion, the G1265. And, I have tried actually 7 different versions to get there. When we look at this cabinet, we can see that this cabinet has an oval opening. That's something that we learned from boutique manufacturers like Dumble, which gives us more low end or lower mids. And I think it's the best combination of both worlds. It's open back, but it's not all the way open back that it sounds like too thin for overdrive. This cabinet sounds killer on the traditional clean sounds, but it can also handle any kind of overdrive. And it's a great companion with AMP1. For instance, now I'm on the clean channel. Now I switch to the vintage channel, and by the way, I'm using the one control to minimize the gain, which gives me more of that Fender-y gain territory. these are those great vintage sounds. But we can also go and have some more gain on the classic channel, and then we... or endless sustain with the modern channel. Yeah, the Americana Cab gives us that specialty of an open back cabinet. It is a wider sound in the room. It has a very special character, and we had to choose special types of wood. Maybe you can see there's a 13-ply front baffle to match with our speaker, which gives us a very sturdy connection with the speaker and the housing, which is so important for great mids, but also the wood that we are using for the construction of the cabinet is specially selected also, like that thinner wood we use in the back of the cabinet. That's all needed to please me with my expectations of such a cabinet. And we can have a very quick comparison of the Americana versus a Nano Cab versus a Fat Cab. So this is Americana. Nano Cab. Versus Fat Cab. Yeah, the Americana Cab is our take on a traditional open back cabinet format, but with some modern feature. And of course, lightweight. I can hold it with one finger.